And good morning. Currently at the moment I am lacking the motivation to pick up the camera, and there is a reason behind that. My mood, my feelings at the moment are fluctuating quite a lot. I'm not like consistently happy and enjoying things, but then there are times where I are, and when I am, then I'm more happy to pick up the camera. But I feel it's important to try and show those moments where actually I'm not happy, and try and explain why from the point of view of me and my experiences and what I'm feeling. So I've got to go to work, but I'm going to try and make sense of this when I can by just picking up my phone or picking up the iPad and just recording bits, and we'll try and put it in this vlog. I'm just not feeling happy is the honest answer, and it's all because of work. There are so many problems that I'm experiencing, so many things not working, and it's just worn me down. I've lost all my enthusiasm and motivation and sort of desire to, I guess, just, you know, and confidence. That's probably the main thing, like the confidence to actually do what I'm being paid to do. So it's the afternoon now. Sometimes when there's a stressful situation and things have been sort of stacking on top of one another, there's almost like a sort of a shard of, like a shard of glass or something that sort of comes down in front of me, and everything just seems muffled, like my thought process, my ability to just, you know, be not in control, that's not the word I'm looking for, but almost be sort of, be there, be present. This, you know, I've mentioned it before, I'm an overthinker. I don't think it's down to not being able to handle stressful situations, because there's been worse situations than this. You may or may not have seen the episode back in New Year when I was in the Alps and we were like working flat for like 30 hours straight. The conditions here are different. There's so many different parameters to it, but yeah, I guess it's that combination of the frustration of the things that have gone on, and I guess it all being new. And I beat myself up quite a lot, you know. I know if things aren't going right, I get quite down, because, and I think this is only natural, you take it personally. You either feel that you're not good enough, you're not ready for this, or whatever it is, and that's kind of what I... Yeah, what's with the ambulance?
Huh?
What's with the ambulance?
What is here? I cannot see it.
No. I can't see anyone in there. So religion is a huge thing here in Turkey. Predominantly a Muslim country. There are mosques in a lot of areas, quite near to here. So you hear the prayers quite regularly, any time of day. It can be this late, it can be at 5 o'clock in the morning. I've not chosen this website for any particular reason, alright, but here's what healthline.com define as stress: a situation that triggers a particular biological response. When you perceive a threat or a major challenge, there's chemicals, hormones that surge through your body. Stress triggers your fight or flight response in order to fight the stress and run away from it, or run away from it, sorry. Typically, after the response occurs, your body should relax. Too much constant stress, though, can have negative effects on your long-term health. I know for a fact this isn't long-term constant stress, okay? This is just 2 weeks of pure shit, to be frank, okay? These things happen. It's part of work, I know that. But in the moment, obviously, when you're having to deal with it, your responses can vary dramatically. And I've noticed that within the first 2 weeks. To begin with, it was fine. It was like, okay, you know what? Hey, listen, it's the start. We're going to try and get round the issue of not being able to take payments. We're going to get round the issue of not being able to contact someone the normal way. We're going to figure it out. Okay, but then as these problems were reoccurring through these 2 weeks, then it became a bit more flight. I'm not afraid to admit that. My sort of, hence the mood swings, very much 1 minute being positive, committed, determined, the next minute being flat, lack of motivation, down in the dumps, really beating myself up and feeling quite alone, and sort of, yeah. And I feel it's important to talk about these things, because these type of emotions and reactions, even though they are only temporary in any sort of workplace, you know, they are important to mention. Everyone, I'm sure, deals with things deals with the stress in different ways. For me, it can be a number of ways depending on I'm feeling. It can be to go and do exercise. So like last night, I was with my colleagues. They've got a gym at their place. So I was working out, went for a run. Other times it can be a little bit more the other things, you know. So I went for a run tonight, but like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, like I'm chilling here now, just having a drink, just trying to relax and unwind and not think too much about everything that's gone on from today. And my third way of dealing with things is to surround myself with people. So we're going to go out and have a chill in a minute. Yeah.